Welcome back to The Express at Rocky Point Park in Port Moody. It is so gorgeous out here. Don't we want to keep it that way? Yes. Our next story takes us to downtown Vancouver to learn about Growing City. It's a growing company that's all about turning the downtown core green.
It can be this easy to make a difference in the environment, and Lisa von Sturmer wants everyone on board with Growing City, her urban composting company.
How Growing City works is that we come in and we educate our clients on what can be composted and why people compost in the office at all. And then we place really nice stainless steel bins in the office kitchens, and they're ethically made. And we line them with composting bags. And then the staff just need to put their organic material in the bin. Once they do that, we do everything else. So we come in, we empty the bin, we clean it inside and out with all natural cleaners, and then we take that waste to be responsibly composted. So now we have 2 full-time drivers. We're gonna have 2 different routes. So downtown and then Burnaby and Richmond and Surrey.
Lisa is visiting one of her clients, a tech company with 25 employees called WildPlay, who've been composting with Growing City for about a year.
Lisa gives you these updates, these weekly updates on how much garbage that you're saving, like from landfill, to actually recompostable bio-healthy product for people's gardens and so forth. And you learn that, wow, that's a lot. I mean, within months, like we had saved a refrigerator worth of landfill, right? So, I mean, that's a lot of, and because it's only 25 people, and it's only stuff we eat that goes in there, like the, you know, like the cores from the fresh fruit and stuff like that, or you know, the sandwich, whatever else that goes in there. And so that's a lot.
The stainless steel bin, and it's really important for us that it looks nice. It's foot operated so people don't need to get their hands involved.
And in go the coffee grinds.
Yeah. Paper towels, banana peels.
Anything organic.
Yeah. The composting can have a huge effect on overall office waste. A lot of our clients have found that just by composting basic items, they've been able to reduce their overall waste by between 40 and some of our offices even 50%. So it's one of those kind of forgotten areas of waste generation, and people spend almost more time at work than they do at home now. So we're always eating, we're always, you know, using things that we then just toss into the garbage.
But with Growing City's compo capsules in the office, there's a lot less going into the garbage and a lot more being composted.
This solution of just putting a bin in, it's low cost, right? It's very low cost, and it makes such a big impact right off the bat. So when I think of a small company of even 4 or 5 people, why wouldn't you be able to do this? I don't understand why they wouldn't be able to, so I would easily recommend it to anybody, because it makes a pretty big impact right out of the gate.
In Vancouver, I'm Kendall Harris for The Express.
If you'd like a compo capsule for your office, go to growingcity.ca for more information. Now we're going to take you out of the downtown core for our next story, and we're going to get all the gamers off the couch and into the great outdoors.
We play paintball.
3, 2, 1, go!
Believe it or not, this is a friendly game at Ambush Paintball in Surrey. If friendly means shooting your friends and possibly giving them welts.
This is a recreational activity. We wouldn't do it if it wasn't fun. It's mostly strategy. The shooting the gun is the easy part. It's more thinking up where your players are going to go, what they're going to be doing, and how they're going to do it.
Today, the game takes place on Ambush's urban field with cars and trailers, tires, as well as high and low points where players can get the best shots.
When you are hit, you check to see, A, that the paintball broke on you, and then B, you call yourself out. You do so by putting your hand up really high and yelling the word hit.
It's just an action sport, basically. Like, it's kind of like bringing video games to real life, I guess you could say, because there's a lot of kids that sit at home and play video games. Then they come out here and do this for the first time, and they realize it's almost the exact same thing, too. So they have more fun with their friends this way, I believe.
While today there are a lot of young guys on the field, it's an activity that suits all ages.
I've seen little kids that come at the beginning of the season, and they're, shooting it out with just some of the best guys that we have on our fields at the end of the year.
Because there's no physical contact or anything like that, anyone is on an equal playing field. A 10-year-old as opposed to an 80-year-old, they all have the same gun, they all can move in the same way, so it's really just anyone can play. It's the thrill of hunting another person, you know. You're having to use your mind against their mind to figure out, you know, how to shoot them out. Basically, the strategy is probably what I like the most.
I'm Erin Shaw in Surrey for The Express.
Ambush Paintball in Surrey has a grasslands course, a forested course, and also a pro course that lures in players from all over the world. You're watching The Express, and if you think that got your heart rate up, just wait until you see what we have next.
After the break,
Yeah, baby.
WildPlay adventures. Dragon boating competition. The Express. We are your local voice.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
Hairstyling and color services for Shaw TV, provided by The Lounge Hair Studio, loungehairstudio.com.
Welcome back to The Express at Rocky Point Park in Port Moody. Gorgeous down here, a great spot for sailing, kayaking, sightseeing, sunbathing. But there may be one or two things that you can't do here that you can do at WildPlay Elements Park on South Vancouver Island.
Big Summer is brought to you by Cultus Lake Water Park, BC's #1 water park.
Somebody once said that life begins at the edge of your comfort zone. Now, I don't...
Just remember, though, when expanding your comfort zone, use a good safety harness.
Hey, Bo, how are you?
Getting harnessed up is job one at the WildPlay Park in Colwood, next door to the Wandafuka Rec Center.
I haven't had a harness on since this morning. So,
nice. Last year, I did the drop zone, and even though I knew I was safe, I was still terrified.
I'm worried about my meter.
We have lots of people travel here just to do the course, to challenge themselves, get over their fears and have fun.
But isn't that what life is supposed to be about? Facing your fears, no matter how old you are.
Yeah, it's a big jungle gym.
Pushing yourself to try everything that life has to offer. After all, we only go around once.
Do you feel safe up here? Yeah. I'm scared, but you look like you're pretty calm about things.
I'm always calm.
How do you do that?
WildPlay opened in 2009, and there have been no serious injuries.
No, we can't let people fall. We have a really good training program here. Once you arrive here, you sign the waivers. We teach everything you need to know about those harnesses, pulleys.
As long as I keep myself hooked up at all times, I'm safe.
So that's your lifelines. You have two of them. You know, if you do fall, that's okay. You're attached.
But even knowing that doesn't take all the fear away.
There you go. You're attached.
Woo! My harness needs a bit of adjusting, but other than that, I'm totally fine.
So this game, my trick is hold on to the ropes.
I'll play that game. I'll hold on to the rope.
That's a great feeling, being up 25 feet in the air and the floor underneath you is shaking.
Ow. I should have stretched first. Oh, yeah.
And this is fun, some people say. This is recreation.
Okay. Come here, swim. There we go. Oh boy, almost. Got it. Got it.
The entire course will take you about 2 hours to get through, with heights that vary from 6 meters to 18 meters.
Woo! Here comes Spider Dan.
Admission is about $40.
Yeah! I see people actually coming back and pushing themselves to the limit. And then one day they're like, you know what, I really conquered my fear.
Holy stomach churn, Batman.
I'm Dan Kahan for Big Summer.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Big Summer is brought to you by Cultus Lake Water Park, BC's #1 water park.
Nice to see that I'm not the only scaredy cat. There is also a WildPlay park in Maple Ridge, and if you'd like to see what kind of screaming goes on there, you can check it out on our website, shawtv.com. Of course, with our next feature from Lethbridge, Alberta, the only screams you'll hear will be paddles up.
It was rapper T-Pain who famously proclaimed, "Never thought I'd be on a boat. It's a big blue watery road." Well, in a week's time, it'll be rush hour on that watery road as the Lethbridge Rotary Dragon Boat Festival gets underway.
The very first festival was sort of organized around the idea of having community involvement, creating an opportunity for people of all genders and all capabilities to get together, enjoy the team building that the racing program represents and creates, and I guess it's grown from there.
This festival is the largest that we've ever held. It's our 10th annual, and we will have 70 crews that are here, and those 70 crews bring 25 to 30 people. So just the athletes alone will easily will go over 2,000 people.
And it's not just those 2,000 racers who take part, but the crowds on hand are what make this festival an experience of a lifetime.
There's entertainment the whole time, there's a beer garden, there's a children's festival, there's exhibition races, and because it's our 10th annual, there will be some special events happening as well.
I guess there are so many volunteers involved in putting the festival on, above and beyond the people who are paddling and racing, that it just brings the whole community together.
Paddles up! Paddles up! Take it away! Take it away!
Now, it's hard to imagine a more effective team bonding experience than cramming a couple dozen people into a vessel no wider than your wingspan. But you know what? It works.
Very nice. How does that feel?
Getting in a dragon boat, really for the first time you understand how important it is to work together to create the result you want. So it's a great team building exercise.
This unique sport is gaining recognition all over the world. And just an FYI,
it's the second largest team sport in the world. It's second only to soccer. And so from that perspective, it's gaining a lot of notoriety and a lot of recognition in terms of it as a sport.
So come June 24th, dragon boat enthusiasts on and off the water will be witness to this truly spectacular festival. And you know, it's the biggest cliche in sports, but that doesn't mean it's not true.
It's a lot of fun, and I mean that's what it's about. It's fun, you're learning something new, you're doing something different.
From the participants' perspective, it's been really a very important part of my personal life, and I've made dozens, if not hundreds of friends through this, and just become more and more involved in the community that I really love. So,
I'm on a boat, I'm on a boat. Everybody look at me 'cause I'm sailing on a boat. For Big Summer, I'm Dan Clovis.
Shaw! TV! Shaw!
Dragon boating is super popular around Metro Vancouver, especially on the waters of False Creek and out in Steveston. And for other ways to celebrate community, we've got ideas with our Cultus Lake Big Summer Spotlight. This tournament will showcase the world's top fast pitch players and is one of the largest women's only sporting events hosted in BC for 2011. In its 18th season, the Enchanted Evening Concert Series at the Dr. Sun Yat-sen Classical Chinese Garden features African, folk, gospel, jazz, and fusion music. Celebrate Canada Day in the heart of Vancouver with all-day attractions and performances at Canada Place, a Canada Day parade in downtown Vancouver, and a fireworks finale. You can also watch the Canada Day parade broadcast right here on Shaw TV. Now that's it for today's Express from Rocky Point Park in Port Moody. We're going to leave you with a little fun on the local music scene, and we'll see you next time.
Kushvanui.